Welcome back to Canvas of Learning. 2020 has been the craziest year for me and maybe for many of us so far. The biggest realization that I had during the lockdown is that I'm losing the sense of time. My all days look similar, whether it is a weekend or it's a weekday. I find myself working throughout the day and even during evening at night as well because there are no more office hours, but office tasks keep going on. And I'm kind of just under the pressure of doing everything by myself during this lockdown, which is overwhelming at times. Since there is no set timetable, there is no office hours, there is no demarcation of the space in the house versus office, the tasks are being overlapping and it's taking control over my whole schedule, my whole timetable, which is not healthy for me. And the two major problems that I have found out with this whole schedule in this is that I'm not left with any time for my own personal growth or what I used to enjoy in my spare time because there is no more spare time. And secondly, because I don't find time for myself, and there is no set timetable, I sometimes give a lot of time to one task, kind of perfecting it to an extent that I feel frustrated, I feel drained, and there is literally no time left. And in this whole frenzy time, I found a new way of setting my timetable and organizing my tasks, and that is through bullet journaling. This is a new habit that I have developed and it's kind of working for me. So I thought that I should share with you how I do my bullet journaling for the remaining quarter of the year. There are, of course, various beautiful and artistic ways of doing bullet journaling, and I kind of envy them. But I have limited my use of journaling to just declutter my head and organize my tasks so that I can be efficient. But I will encourage you to go and explore other ways of journaling. And if you know any better way of organizing the task to be more efficient, please feel free to mention or to share in the comment box below. I would love to learn that as well.
And if you're wondering that why I am not using gadgets to organize my task, the answer is being that I am trying to reduce my screen time. Already these days, it's inevitable to avoid the use of mobile phones or laptops due to remote working. Therefore, bullet journaling helps me to not check my phone or laptop again and again unless it's time to attend a meeting or to connect to someone.
So allow me to share how I do my bullet journaling. So I always start from the back side of my journal where I have the list of the tasks that I need to accomplish or I need to do in the last quarter of this year. So for example, I know that I will be teaching for the entire semester and I have kind of break out my task further down. For example, preparing the module or Moodle pages or assessments and session 1, session 2 and whichever session I'm taking. Further, I also know that the other major task is my doctoral studies, and for that I need to prepare a research outline. But for the research outline, the further subtasks are preparing a framework, research methodology, literature review, introduction, conclusion, and things like that. Or I have fieldwork as another subcategory. I have ethics review form that is another category that I need to do. So I have kind of divided my task and make it more achievable and more realistic for myself. And I leave a page behind each of these tasks so that if in case tasks increase, I have enough space to write down over there. But this is not it. You can see that I have other lists. For example, the documentaries or the Netflix shows that I wish to watch before the year ends, or something that I have written down, something that I want to read. So now once you have written down everything, you can go in at the front of the diary, and here I have made calendar for all the remaining month of the year, so September, October, November, December, and I have also put down January because sometimes there are some deadlines for January that I need to do in November and December or October or even earlier. This whole overview of the remaining months helped me to foresee what kind of activities are upcoming and I need to prepare myself. Down below over here, I have written down the bigger tasks that I'm expected to do. For example, in order for me to complete my term teaching in December, I have to do a few things in September and in November. And similarly, for something to do in January, I have to prepare in December. So I can write down the bigger notes and my activities over here. Once I have the overview of my upcoming months, I have dedicated a complete page to one of the month, and I have penciled down a few things over here. I have used different colors, for example, orange for my teaching activities, but green for my creative activities that I need to do, brown for my self-care, pencil for those things which I'm not too sure if this will happen, or I'm happy to be flexible with all those activities. And this way I can see how my month looks like. Along with that, I also have made a tracker. This tracker is more for my personal track and how I am doing. It's like a self check, and I have things written over here on which I want to keep a track. For example, if I'm taking if I'm giving enough time to creativity, if all that day I spent on working for my office, or I did some of my PhD work, also running exercise. After that, I have space reserved for gratitude, where I write down every day before I go to bed something that I feel grateful about. And this comes very handy, especially on the days when I'm feeling low and I need to find some positive energy in my life. Now here you can see a more messy schedule, because this is every day, and here I have given each line a time. For example, starting my day usually starts at 7 a.m. So every line is for 30 minutes, for example 7, and then I have left one line which is 7:30, and the other line is 8 a.m., and then 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10, and like that until 10 p.m., because I have my schedule from 7 to 10. And here you can see that this is something that I plan out just a night before. You can see that the days ahead are not filtered because there is no point, but what I have done is that whatever tasks were written or were planned for the whole month, I have written them down over here, so that I know that my time is been blocked for that task already. So a night before, when I am planning for that day, I can simply skip that block and schedule other stuff in the remaining time slots. So this is it. This is the way I am organizing my task. It is helping me so far, but I'm happy to learn if you have any other way of organizing your task, or spending your remaining quarter of the year more efficiently. Please feel free to share in the comment box below. This is a very different kind of video that I've tried to make today. If you liked it, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope that the remaining months of this year will be filled with positivity, and it will be easier than the previous few months of this year. So until I see you in my next video, look after yourself and enjoy your time. Bye.